So what else? I understand the other day you were talking about some meteorites.
Right, that's my next big project is I'm processing meteorite, trying to figure out a process to actually get the precious metals out of the asteroid material.
Okay, now, I gotta admit, I already get a bit of nerd joy just from the very idea of asteroid mining. So essentially, you're trying to create here the same processes they would use up in space?
This first video is probably not going to be the same process. I'm just showing that there's precious metal there, but eventually I want to have a completely sealed system that if it was on an asteroid, it would work.
Now, a follow-up question. Where do you get meteorites? That is not something you can just...
Well, they fall from the sky, someone picks it up and then sells it on eBay.
Okay. I can't imagine those are cheap. And are there people, like, how do you know that it's really a meteorite and not some guy, like, passing off some half-melted piece of lava rock?
Well, meteorites are pretty hard to fake on the elemental level, so a quick test with an X-ray is pretty sufficient. You know, X-ray fluorescence spectrometer. Look for high amounts of chrome, nickel, cobalt, things that you don't see a lot in the Earth's crust. And some of the minor elements for even slag, it'd be hard to recreate in the structure.
Why? I'm curious. Why? Because I always think of Earth being formed by all just the raw material that was around. Why isn't there kind of the same makeup?
Because gravity, when the Earth was completely melted, pulled the heavy materials to the core, and the lighter stuff floated to the top.
Gotcha. So we're just floating on the light stuff.
Your heavy, metallic iron and sulfide minerals all sank to the core, and the lighter silicates floated to the top. And the iron took the gold and the platinum and the iridium with it. Those are siderophile. They're iron-loving elements, so they follow the iron.
Gotcha. Now, have you ever found any meteorites yourself? I'm assuming you've gone out looking for them.
I found a couple. One of them I found on camera. I have a video on that. The idea is to go and look out on the salt flats where it's nice and smooth and there's not very many rocks. The thing is, I've never found a rock actually out on the salt flats. They've always been like up higher on the benches, and I've realized it's because the meteorites decay very rapidly here on the Earth, especially in the salty conditions. So there might have been a fireball 5,000 years ago that put a bunch of rocks down over the salt flats, but most of those would have decayed by now, and you only find the ones that are up on the bench.
Or been picked up by other meteorite hunters, I would imagine.
I don't know of anyone else who have found one out there. I think.
Oh, really?
But I don't know everyone.